Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and this is just purely a birthday page for Barrett. I probably won't get a chance to talk to him today. I certainly won't see him. And it's the first of his 19 birthdays that I've missed. So I've got B on the mind. And so I thought I would print out a photo of the layout that I made several years ago. It may be, let's see, what is this, 2023? Probably made this in 2018. And these photos are all from the first 2 or 3, maybe this is 4, first 4 years of his life. This is probably my favorite picture of all times. It's me holding him. For a while, he wouldn't go in the pool unless I was holding him. So I'm holding him, or he's actually riding on my shoulder. Maybe that's what's wrong with my shoulder now. Anyway, he's riding on my shoulder in the pool, our pool in Jackson, Georgia. And Nikki took the photo through the kind of tropical grasses that we had growing on the side of the pool. And he's got this great big old smile. It's, I don't know, special kid, special kid, who, as you can see, for like, I want to say 9 days, he was in NICU, couldn't breathe on his own. And because he was, his breathing was so compromised for so long, I told his parents to maybe be prepared for the fact that he might have some brain damage. So I guess that explains a lot. So I think he's good. I'm working with, this is a piece of paper from, isn't this adorable? From Toy Box, a 2017 collection by Steven Duncan for Cartabella. This is from Coordinating Basics Bold, and I actually punched up the color to get these stars a little bit brighter color. I was kind of going for red. But then, anyway, they're yellow and a nicer blue than what you're seeing here in the original, but that's my pumped up thing. This is another Steven Duncan paper. It is from Happy Crafting, and I'm using it to frame out this photo. First of all, my photo of the layout isn't very, it's not very well, the photo wasn't square. The layout was. And so I cut the border off because the border was all wonky, and I distressed it so that it would, you couldn't tell, just to cover my mistakes in photographing it. And then when I put it down on here, it didn't stand out enough, so I thought I needed a contrasting frame for it. So I had this scrap from Happy Crafting that I pulled out, saying I wanted to save it for fussy cutting. So I think I have enough there to still do some fussy cutting. I'm also working with another pattern paper in the Toy Box collection from which I cut these Roaring T-Rexes. Roaring T-Rex is the name of the paper, the pattern paper. And I've punched a few circles just to kind of add some interest. And I've got the word roar, which was on that paper. This is the branding strip from that paper, because the reverse of it is these polka dots. I have a tiny little palm tree because I have in here one of the things I cut, and I'm not seeing it. Where did it go? Well, let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll go off on that tangent. There is, in the things that I fussy cut from that paper, there is like an island. Where did it go? I have lost it, and I'm betting I don't have another one on the bits of, oh, there it is. Thank goodness. Anyway, it's a volcano that's erupting, and there are some palm trees there. And I thought I would add my own little palm tree just as a nod to Jimmy Buffett. Let's get real. I'm probably going to put palm trees on a lot of stuff where they don't necessarily make sense, but I don't care. And I have this, and it just seems fitting for some of the other stuff. I have this photo of, it's the only photo I have of him in his Army fatigues. And then I've got this little photo of him where he's not smiling, and he's got kind of the same expression on his face. And this is from 2010, he was 6. So, and I thought I would kind of slide that in there. Well, let's just start putting this together. I have a few ideas, but I don't know how it's going to work out. I want to move this a little bit off center. I don't like, if I try to put it smack in the center, it won't, that's not where it'll end up. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this, and then I can build some stuff up here. So let me get some adhesive on there and get it down. I love this yellow paper. I love it, I love it, I love it. I wish I had 40 sheets of it. Let's see. Now, I do have foam behind that. Now, I want to be careful because I have this cut into 2 pieces. And this one I thought would go like so. And this one would go like so. I don't want them to reach the absolute end of this, but what I need is to take this off. And I hate wasting that, but I might try to. Well, let me get this glued in. I think this placement is good. So I'll kind of confirm that by pressing it down. And this goes in here. Like that. Let me get the backing off of this. And this is gonna become something of a shelf that other things will rest on. Let's see, I may do that like that, and then this like that. Get that straight, and then maybe I can do the island right there. Or do I want to do one of the T-Rexes there? I'm going to do the one where he's looking off in the same direction and also has a red hat on. Okay, that kind of solves that. I'm going to use this, and this came from Redefine Creative from Christina, and I'm not sure, it's fairly old, and I'm maybe going to distress it a bit. Well, first of all, see, I'm so excited about this page. I'm going to, let's go ahead and finish this, and that is salvageable. It didn't pull up any paper with it, and it's, well, I say it's salvageable, and I can't get it to get it off my finger. Okay, and here, I'm trying to get it in the same place, and in actuality, it doesn't necessarily matter. Okay, I do need to pull the backing off this if I want it to stick. That would be nice. Okay, there. Now, here, let me try this on here, and I'm going to add a little bit of I'm going to put that there, and that will kind of help me know that this is going to work where I have it. I just want to be sure when I get it back there, I'm getting it in the right place. I think I'll do that straight rather than wonky. And I have scrapped this photo before of him with his buddy, and I included his buddy in the other one. It's his. Okay, there. And then this, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this foam. It would probably stay right where I put it. Okay, there. That's much ado, as they say. Let me get that's maybe a little too long. And I'm going to put this here. Because I want to build a cluster there. These tickets are from the More Tickets Bold, which is, it's a whole sheet of tickets, and I just cut this one ticket from this line of tickets. And those are in the printables at scrapasketch.com. And there are so many cool, awesome printables. I'm gonna kind of put that right there just because I really want that red up there. Okay, now let's see what we're gonna do. I'm also gonna put one of these T-Rexes up here. Like maybe that one. So this one is gonna go down here. And I want his hands to go. I don't want to cover any of the photos. So, and I'm being a little bit picky about this because if I did cover any of the photos, it wouldn't matter a whole lot because I've got this scrapped so many times in so many places, but I want this page to be perfect. And I'm going to put the island here, little volcano, and that guy right there, I think. I just need to be sure I have everything supported properly. This kind of looks like it's slanting down, but I think maybe when I get this on it, it'll be okay. I have to turn him just so. Okay, now this guy, I'm gonna get a bit of this very thick foam tape. And put him right there. And maybe I'll put the roar or should I say roar up there. Excuse me. So now I'm going to get this where it belongs. And yes, I know these are completely different colors and different styles. That's intentional, actually, because, and this is a, I bought the digital collection of Where to Next, and that's the Where to Next palm tree. And what's great about buying a digital collection is that you can print them any size. I also bought the digital collection of Sweet Rush, and this is the Sweet Rush palm tree. So I've got both kinds. And the only one I had printed small was this one. And I think that green is okay because his little chest is light green. So I have a whole slew of fun stuff. I want to put one of these polka dot bits right there, kind of covering up this square. That square, there was some kind of a challenge going on when I made this page, and that square was contained some of the requirements of the challenge. And those are not relevant at the moment. Like, I don't need rainbows and banners and stripes and stuff. I'm just going to kind of put these around. That's why I cut a few of them, is to explain. I knew I was going to use one to cover up that spot, but I just also needed to have some others to kind of explain all of that. Let's see, I'm gonna put this one maybe here. I have a sunshine from the Toy Box collection, from that the same pattern that I cut the dinosaurs from. And I thought it might be nice. I think I had a whole one. I think it might be the other side of that. But I kind of like this half one, okay? And I can hide it behind the leaves of the palm. There we go. That looks like it works. Okay. And oh, you know what? I got this down to distress that. I'm going to leave it as it is. Now it's kind of late to do anything about it. I'm just going to add a few more of these. Like, do I want one down here? I'm going to do one here, and then I've got one more. And I'll give it a little different height boost. And for those of you who are just seeing this photo for the first time, that was taken surreptitiously, I expect, because I don't think photography or phones or whatever were allowed at the time. So let me kind of come over here and do that. And so now the last thing we do is a bee. And his head was chopped off. Not that I haven't done that myself, but I can blame this one on somebody else. Where do I want the bee? I'm going to put the bee right here. There we go. There's this one that was on the original layout. And I'm kind of thinking right now that I might like some stars on here. And I have a box of stars. Let me see if I can find it. That one has hearts, so I'll put that one back there. Let's pull out the stars and see what I've got that can work on here. I've got these big white ones that might be nice. That's the size I'd like. And I've got these gold ones that are also kind of strung together. I'm not sure where that begins. I don't want to mix them up. I want to use, okay, here's some of these gold ones that are already okay. I'm gonna use those, I think, instead of these, but I'll hold those out handy. I may as well make something of a cluster out of each of these dots by putting a star near it. It kind of draws your eye to it. And with the, let's see, I'm not seeing that. So I'm going to pull, these are flatter than the ones on the end. So I'm going to use them. And I'll sprinkle a few more around. Maybe one right here. And another one maybe at the bottom of this one, and maybe one with the bee. Okay, and I think I'm going to put this one here. And maybe I'll do one more over here by the bee. To be sure it doesn't cover up anything in a photo. I didn't cut the tail off very well here. And there I cut the end off. Okay, I think I'm done. And I'm actually gonna write happy birthday 2023. And I think I'll leave it at that. And it's done. So thank you for watching, and thank you, Lisa Sikorsky, for designing the tickets and the star paper, and thank you, Steven Duncan, for the toy box and happy crafting papers. So let's see. I think, and thank you, B, for being an amazing kiddo. I love this. And when his dad was little, he had a red cowboy hat that he wore all the time. My dad asked me one time after he had stayed with them for a while, I can see a place right here where I need a star. He said, does he ever take that hat off? And it was really worn out and nasty, you know, by the time we got him to stop wearing it. Barrett wasn't that obsessed, but when he wore that cowboy hat, I couldn't help but thinking about his dad. Okay, there. Now we have enough stars. Now it's official. We have enough stars. And I'm going to go write Barrett a letter. And that's how I'm celebrating his birthday, is by writing him a letter. So thank you for watching. Bye.